Okay. Where technically did you end the last episode? Like the episode
You
before
murdered a
last
guy.
episode. No,
You
wait,
dropped him into a pit.
I know about that
Excuse
part.
me, I murdered a guy?
I'm talking about where did that episode start?
Oh.
Because then I'll have a point of, like,
More or less,
reference.
the entire episode was you guys dealing with him.
Really?
Yeah.
Nah, I think we had to fight all of these goblins.
Nope, that was the previous episode. Remember, the last two were kind of short.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we only played for hours last time.
Yeah, the last episode started right after... It started right after we fought through the crystal room.
Okay, that makes sense. All right. So, on the last time of Dungeons & Dragons Grave of Man, we decided to investigate the room after a long rest and found that only one of the doors, well, two of the doors actually, two of the doors were unlocked. One led to a room with corpses stuffed into several containers, possibly for use as homunculi parts. When we descended the stairs, we found ourselves face to face with none other than a water elemental named Kahuna. And it turned out that he was actually in the servitude of the squid-faced guy that I had encountered a long time ago back down in the mines when I was trying to retrieve a blue crystal for Vivi. And he wasn't too fond of us. But with my suggestion, we were able to converse with him and discover that he and the others of his kind were in fact humans at one time that had been twisted by dark magic in the service of some kind of extraplanar being, no doubt the one that Vivi told us about before. He also mentioned that a warlock was leading them, and I just despair the thought that perhaps it could be my own father, which would be a travesty. But hopefully that does not come to pass and it's just some other guy who's a warlock. In any
We
case,
get callbacks to that episode so often, I'm starting to think that Bird and I were not present for like the most plot important hour of the entire series.
Yeah, apparently so.
in any case, just as we were about to eke more information out of him, Drez got fed up, created a thorn whip, and dragged him into the abyss, where
Me never.
where he met an untimely, if not messy, demise.
Thornwhip just did it on its own. It's got... Night Snake is animated. Does what it wants.
Well, in any case... Oh yeah, and Kahuna's down there too. Now we're up here.
Hooray! Alright. Door.
Okay.
Lock door.
The door is actually partially ajar.
Wait, what? I
Yes.
thought we had inspected all the doors.
Well, you kind of inspected them, and then you went down. You hadn't, like, really poked the door, you just looked at it. And it was a door. And you didn't know if it
Okay.
was locked or anything.
Didn't you just say it was a jar?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
well, the
slightly
windows are
ajar.
down.
Like,
Is it newly
these
a
ones
jar,
were
or was
definitely
it a jar
locked.
Before?
it was a jar before you went down, but pretty much you immediately went for the other brace door to go down. You didn't look at the door up or the door right very long. But it looks like somebody had left this door very slightly open, like they didn't bother to latch it. Or maybe they're trying to be sneaky.
Alright, well, I guess I will push it all the way open.
Okay, so it swings open fairly noiselessly, and you enter a room. It's like a small bedroom, probably where the guards would sleep between shifts. And it looks like somebody's been living in here for fairly recently. Like, you can see, like, half-eaten breakfast sitting
Huh.
on the table.
In what manner is this breakfast? Like, what is it?
Hey, that's not our place. Why are you barging in? That's so rude.
Ah!
You didn't even knock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't
Well,
knock.
I guess if somebody's been living here, then they're in a very, very desperate situation. I would, I mean, we'll probably find out who they are, and, boy, they'll probably try to kill us. And then, we'll take their stuff. I check this door.
Okay, it is unlocked and openable.
Openable.
Okay. So you open it, and it is... So the room has kind of like the darkened growths seeping in through the cracks in the walls, and it's like kind of covering from the floor. It kind of looks like the outside is leaking in, and whatever stuff was in here has kind of started to corrode. Like the floor is starting to look kind of not rotten, but like you know when wood is old and like kind of turns that like gray, and it looks like you
Yeah.
could set it on fire with barely even a spark. Looks like that kind of stuff. Like all life or whatever vibrance the wood might have had is just gone and it's all dead. But you do notice a fairly hefty looking lever there on the right.
Well, I carefully walk over and I inspect the lever. What does it look like?
It looks like it belongs to a very large mechanism. There are big chains kind of going along some wheels that you can see in the hole, and the lever is whatever the activator is.
Is this for the bridge?
You actually do notice there's like another couple of like contraption-y looking things that have all since like rusted or fallen apart in the room. So it looks like there were multiple levers once upon a time.
All right, I attempt to suss out the machinery, like the purpose, how it all fits together.
I don't think you have knowledge engineering.
No, knowledge engineering doesn't exist in 5e.
I mean, I'll give it to people if they want it.
Nah.
Okay.
I used insight and I failed. So
yeah, no, it's it looks like you could beat somebody over the head with that lever pretty well. They could make a good makeshift club if you were in trouble.
And there were no windows up here?
The windows are crystal at this point. Like that's part of where it's coming in through. There are arrow slits going along the entire thing.
I could pretend I'm one of your King Arthurs. All I need to do is remove lever from mechanism. Watch. I'll get a new clubby weapon out of this. I yank on the lever.
How hard are you yanking?
Enough to break it.
Okay, strength check.
Never mind.
Yeah. I mean, you give it a good old two-hand hello, but it doesn't really go anywhere.
I can't even make it budge.
No.
Okay.
It's got some like lateral give, but vertical not at all.
Oh. I attempt to maneuver the lever in the way that it's meant to lever.
Okay.
Instead.
So it feels like oh yeah, that's more than enough. So you get it over to the side with a clunk, like a really loud clunking bang, and you hear just this horrible screeching crash. And outside, oh wait, no, you can't see anything. But outside the walls, you hear like a really loud thud.
Huh.
Uh-oh.
We did it. We turned off the portal.
That'd be a good scenario,
okay.
but I don't think I'd make that noise. What about this door?
Okay. It is also unlocked.
Okay, let's go inside.
All right. So you go inside, and much like the previous room, this one almost kind of mirrors it. It's got a different mechanism, series of mechanisms. Looks like some of them are a little bit more intact. You actually notice that some have like plaques near them that look like they drop oil, for example, on people below.
Oh, these are traps?
I mean, it's a castle meant for a siege.
This is shaped like it's probably the front gate that we're at.
Yep. So you, looking around, have like a little bit better of an idea of what's going on here. So you are standing next to the portcullis gate lever, and it looks like this entire area is kind of meant to overlook the drawbridge and area below, and has a number of mechanisms for the eastern side of the keep. So for anybody approaching it, they could, roll a boulder down the bridge, or dump oil on them, or stuff. But most of that has kind of fallen apart and worn away at this point. There's maybe one or two semi-serviceable ones, but you can't really speak about the like outside functions. You might just break something. But the lever for the portcullis is conveniently intact.
So if I pull that, what would happen? Just
You don't know. You do not have engineering based prescience.
And by the you don't know, also the most logical answer is the same thing, but on the other side of the castle.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, I don't know, and we can't see out the windows here either, correct?
You can kind of maybe try and peer through, but the crystal is fairly thick. It's like trying to stare through 20 marbles stacked on top of each other.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, I mean, you can pull that one as well. Otherwise, the only place that we have to go to is down.
I mean, weren't we just down?
No, I mean even further down.
Oh, into the pit.
Not
okay.
it.
Yeah, you get the lever over. And nearby you hear a significantly less dangerous sounding set of crunches. It sounds like somebody just rolled a steamroll over a bunch of glass. And then it
I
clicks
assume
into
that's
position.
crystal shattering and
Ooh.
stuff.
Maybe the door downstairs is open.
Was the door covered in crystal?
Yes, it was. I hadn't drawn it
Ah.
because it would have been a
Oh,
pain.
that's right. That's right.
Let's go downstairs and see.
Eventually, if I ever do another campaign after this one,
Wait.
we'll have movable parts. But I'm lazy. Okay.
At the very least, there are
before
definitely
I
crystal
leave-
blockages throughout the area.
Yeah.
I pick up the door slightly to look at the crushed goblin.
It really does look like something was wearing a goblin skin suit.
Oh, gross.
Yeah. It's like it's leathery, like it's been kind of tanned or whatever. So it's not like fresh.
I slam the door
Otherwise
down
it would
on
rot.
and walk away.
Okay. You have double wicked witch of the west of that goblin.
I'll
Or is it
tan
east?
your hide
East.
got way more threatening.
Yeah. All right. So you get
It's-
downstairs, but you guys are on the opposite side of the hall.
Yeah.
And you get here, and so you enter out into this room and make perception checks.
Ah. Okay. Perception.
Mwah.
Okay. Give me a second. I gotta prep them.
Nope, I don't see shit.
Okay.
We can
So
stack on top of each other to be
Lauren.
Lauren.
you hear 3 people arguing just around the corner.
Shh. Everyone.
It's our past selves.
They have more health than me, but less maximum health.
I hear voices, guys.
Oh, okay.
I do too now.
What should we do? Do they sound like evil voices or good voices?
I don't know.
Well, I mean,
Skitter?
does it sound like they're going like,
Yeah.
villainy?
There are some guys around that corner. Could you listen
Stab
in
them? Okay.
No. Can you listen in on what they're talking about
Oh, well, that's easier. Okay, I'll be back.
without being seen?
Let's see. Yep. So he is going to go around the corner. He pretty much does his usual disappearing act, and he disappears. And then he comes back. There are 3 wizards, and they're arguing about whether or not the keep knows they're here and is animated.
Oh. They must have thought that because we activated some of the machinery.
Do they look like they're evil wizards?
I mean, I don't. Do evil wizards are evil wizards covered in polka dots?
Evil.
Are
polka
there
dots,
not
maybe.
evil wizards ever?
Hang on. I can do something about this.
I have yet to actually meet a wizard except for that one in the prison cell, so I'm kind of limited on my wizard exposure.
Well, what were they wearing? Did they have any like indicators as to like what faction
I mean,
they
they
were
have pretty heavy robes.
Alright,
They
I'm going to cast Detect Good and Evil.
okay.
10 feet.
Does
I
that-
assume I'm out of
Okay.
range.
You get a
10
very
feet?
yeah. So You get a very distinctive set of alignment readings from the whole party, which is Alarin is good, and then everybody else does not show up on the radar. The crystal gives you the heebies, but it already did that, so that's kind of obvious. And you can't see through walls, so you have no idea on the wizards.
Oh, shit, you're right. This is blocked by walls.
Also, they're further away than 10 feet.
Okay. Well,
Which
that
you
was a
can
waste of
see.
spell. I probably should have read the description instead of
Just casting
being
it.
a terrible knucklehead.
I mean, you can walk out and check for yourself.
Okay. Ha!
What?
Okay. Give me a second. I'm picking... Oh my god. Alright, I'm picking names here. And I think I got them.
Alphagor. Tralalalor.
The source I'm seeing shows Detect Good and Evil being 30 feet.
Oh.
Would he have been
Oh.
in range?
But still can't see through walls.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Bird, are you sneaking or are you just
it also
walking
doesn't
out?
tell you. I don't think it even tells you alignments. It just tells you if there's an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead within 30 feet.
Are you looking at Detect Good and Evil or Divine Sense?
Detect Good and Evil?
Oh, okay.
That's what you said, right?
Yeah. Well, okay.
Um,
How in the hell am I gonna sneak down a hallway? I don't bother sneaking.
Just look like an armor and only move when they're not looking.
Scooby do it.
Weeping Angel it.
Oh, worse.
Oh yeah, you
Just
could look like
sneak up
a.
whenever they're not looking. They'll never notice they're getting closer.
Oh, yeah. So, for the duration, you know there's an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead within 30 feet of you. Okay, so
The description. Okay.
that is... hold on. So you cast that spell. Let me figure it out. It's blocked by a foot of stone. Yeah, you don't get much. Though you still get
a lot
the...
of crystal.
Yeah, you still get some heavy heebie-jeebies from oh, okay. You notice something too. And we can determine that later if you want. But yeah, the crystal gives you some heavy heebie-jeebies when you cast that spell. But that's about it. Okay.
Okay.
So are you going to so you're gonna Weeping Angel your way out? Roll a
Sure. Let's Weeping Angel it.
Okay.
Bear in mind, I have disadvantage on sneak.
this isn't sneak though. This is a perform check.
Oh. Well.
This is all right. Your performance is barely adequate. Let's see if the wizards even notice you first.
This is the best, dumbest idea. We can't see them, by the way.
Yeah, so you can't see them. I will reveal them
Just
now.
put
so,
on another set of armor. They'll never know.
So you see three wizards. Two of them kind of have the same make and
Oh my
model. One
God.
is covered in polka dots.
That's not polka dots. That is chicken pox. He's got beard pox. It's
So
gross.
here's the thing. He actually looks really sick. The polka dots thing was suggested after I'd thought up him as a character, but he looks ill. He is leaning on the other one. He is not so polka dotted duplicate.
He's got magic tuberculosis.
Yeah, he's got some shit wrong with him. And he looks bad, and he's leaning on his friend. They're covered in a thin layer of like pink. It looks like maybe somebody set off a glitter bomb right behind them moments before when they lowered the bridge or raised the bridge, because if you turn around, there's just a wall of wood and like crystal bits because you raised the drawbridge.
Oh.
Oh.
And so they look shaken, they look worried, and one of them looks way sick. And do they notice you?
So they're showered in pink crystal?
Yeah.
Just because everything blew
Oh.
up around them.
Yeah.
They're in long term, they're all fucked from asbestos.
Oh yeah. No,
That's crystal shards in the lungs.
luckily the longevity of anybody in the city generally is measured in minutes to days as opposed to years, enough for lung cancer to take him.
Or however undead lifespans work.
True. Well, I mean, at that point, you don't really need to worry about asbestos as zombies.
However,
However,
mostly just kind of have like poop rot in the lungs.
yeah. But so as a group, they all turn and look at you, and they're like, oh shoot, I'm trying to think. I guess really it's the one healthy one with the big orange beard. He turns and he's like, "Look, it's a living statue. Why is it here? Could it be the thing that's keeping us inside?" And the polka dotted wizard is like, and the other one doesn't talk. But you notice he's got two wands out.
Thinking fast.
Oh my god, it's our divinity party.
I then proceed to bust out in a dance.
Okay, roll
like the robot. But before robots were a thing, so I bust out in the automaton.
Okay, well
You're doing the robot.
You're doing the
I'm
robot.
doing the automaton.
All right. Well, so the orange-haired wizard looks at his polka dotted companion. And is like, do you see Oxley? He's a dancing robot. But why would he trap us in here? I don't understand.
I don't understand what's happening.
Beep boop. I'm here to lay down sick beats.
I mean, I could do with some beats actually if you have any, though preferably not sick
I
ones.
attempt to do like a spinny windmill breakdance maneuver and fail badly.
Yeah, you bash your hands against the crystal a bunch of times. It kind of hurts, which surprises you a little.
Do the Waterforged with me. Beep boop boop.
Well, now they know you speak.
Good automaton. I have a question for you. Are you a native to this keep? Are you one of Hector's servants?
Do not understand.
Oh,
Must recharge battery.
dear God, he makes them stupid.
They saw me.
We heard. You know, if you ever want me to come up with a really cool musical number for you, just ask.
Okay, maybe next time. But they're probably wondering why they sent out the robots.
So
But they
come around the corner.
No.
Hectors.
My God, the robot, the automaton, it has pets.
Excuse me, we're not his pets.
That's racist. Wizards are evil.
You notice two of them.
Evil racist wizard.
You notice two of them are human, and you cannot tell what race or kind of creature the one on the left is, but he's significantly shorter than the other two.
I am a Triton from the plane of water, sworn to fend off the Leviathans for all time.
Well, Bird knows if the one on the left is an aberration, celestial, elemental, fae, fiend, or undead.
I guess so.
Battery's a dark gnome.
Not relevant. I thought that spell was going to be a little bit more on the nose with detect good or evil.
No.
Instead, it's kind of shit.
No. If you had detect bumbling wizards, you'd be hitting 3 for 3. So they're gonna come to the room.
Also known as eyes.
I was gonna say I don't need magic for that.
So the orange wizard, while supporting his polka dotted duplicate, he's going to kind of poke at your hair, and it's like, "You said you're a trident, eh? I think I've heard about you before."
A trident.
Trident? That's bubblegum. What are you talking about?
What? Do they have
turned to
bubble
stare at the
gum
Lauren.
in Atlantis?
I don't know.
I have new questions.
No,
How do you use bubble gum underwater?
they have
You just chew.
death sticks.
What? This isn't Star Wars.
I mean, you're
death sticks? I'm gonna go home and rethink my life.
Anywho,
Now, does any of us remember the wizard's name from before?
okay. I'm double checking. I want to make sure that I didn't accidentally
They're all
use
dead
a name.
now.
we had
That's the whole
freed
point,
the
is we don't have
brown
to remember
wizard.
their
Well, we
names.
don't know if the brown wizard got killed.
Radagast? The movies just kind of forget about him.
Not that one. Met him a long time ago.
Yeah, I'm rolling through my names because I've forgotten about him too. That was a long time ago.
Well, maybe we should have it that in game, if we don't remember their name, it's lost.
Which wizard are we talking about? There's
The wizard that we freed with there were the halflings
Oh, the
and
guy
the
who
dwarf.
hated us. Oops.
Are you talking about the one that we freed from the Kenku?
Yeah, he was captured by the king.
Holy crap. That's like episode 3. When we killed
I think it starts with
one
an
of
R
Wander's many
for some
mid-bosses
reason.
via shenanigans.
There's no we. That was you.
No,
So-
Alarin used Drizzt,
Dristo Erden.
and
Yeah.
and I used Tree Token, and it was super effective.
I do not remember. I'm rolling with the names Ixley and Oxley for the two. I don't remember if I'd already used them before. I need to like make
I don't think you have.
Okay. I need to make a new thread asking for names because there's like a specific small number that were like really good. Oh yeah, I have used Ixley and Oxley now that I'm looking at it.
Uh-oh.
Shit. All right.
On who?
Let's go with the. Let's go with
Well,
the.
Ixley and Oxley, of course.
Yeah, Ixley and Oxley were the two guards that were playing poker or go fish or whatever. In the very beginning. Yeah, the zombie
that was a
guardsmen.
long time ago.
Yeah.
Well, in any
Our
case,
names are Chuck Taylor and the Stees.
back to the game, hopefully.
You can't steal everything, Keith.
So you must be
I didn't steal
wizards.
everything.
We've
Steez
encountered
was
your
just a
kind before.
sound.
How about? Okay. 1 second. I'm just writing notes down so I can maybe remember these guys. Okay, there's one, and then the last guy is the best.
Uh-oh. What's going on?
Names are hard.
What hath you wrought?
Okay, so what are you saying to them? I'm sorry. I've gone off the beaten brain path, and I got to come back here.
Oh, I was just commenting that they were wizards and that we have seen their kind before.
You have? Well, who did you meet? I haven't seen another wizard in the city in, well, I mean, I guess there were 5 of us. I saw 2, but well, they're gone, so.
I can't recall his name at the moment, but he wore a brown cloak. And he was traveling with, well, or at least I don't know if he was traveling with, but he had been captured alongside a dwarf and a couple halflings. But we were able to free them from the Kenku.
I don't think you ever got that wizard's name.
Maybe
I don't
not.
think we did. I think we just persuaded him. He was all drugged out, remember?
And by persuaded, we mean mind controlled.
Yeah, you charmed him. And then
Andres charmed him.
Yeah. You charmed him, talked to him, and then after it wore off, you came back to talk to him again, and he was like thankful but also hated you.
No, he was gone. We never talked to him again.
Oh, it was
Yeah,
gone?
but-
Yeah, we
Okay.
made sure that
Right,
he
right.
didn't
He
see
had
us
already
again.
left.
We didn't even know that he hated us. It's just presumably at some point the spell wore off and he would know that we used it on him. But also we saved his life, so maybe he should just shut up.
Oh, I don't, he might have actually introduced himself. His name was Cedric Harkle, if that ever comes back up.
Really?
Yep.
I don't remember
I
that.
don't remember him being Cedric, but oh well.
Yeah. Well,
Okay, Cedric.
I have some of these notes. I'll have to like make a list at some point. So you describe that. Well, I guess we might as well introduce him as such. Oh, you mean Cedric? He's still alive. Well, that's bloody good news.
Well, that's as of, what, 10 days ago?
That's not so good of news.
Yeah.
I mean, this whole
What's
place.
happened in the past 10 days?
We were on the train.
The
Haven't
death
you-
of this kingdom again.
Haven't you been around? We were hiding down in the tunnels. We were stuck in the slums when everything fell apart, and then everything flooded, and so we made our way up to the surface, and everything was covered in undead. So we figured, oh well, let's go hide in the tunnels. Nobody knows where those are. And then somebody bloody stole our shit, all of our food, all of our supplies. So we had to go out and find something, and well, we've kind of been on the run ever since, especially because, well, even our emptied out hideout got flooded out fairly quickly and then destroyed by this giant thing.
Giant thing?
Yes, 40 feet tall and scaly and all sorts of horrifying. Breathe fire.
Oh.
Huh.
Talk about
a
them being stuck
dragon?
in the tunnels for a while. I like to imagine that they were just couldn't get past the sluice gate puzzle.
Oh, wait. Is what you're describing a dragon?
A dragon? No. Dragons can fly and they're intelligent. They usually don't just destroy your homes. Well, actually they do, but usually they mean to, as opposed to just kind of doing it by sheer, well, walking straight through it.
Did this thing have a lot of tentacles?
No.
Oh. Then I don't know what they can be referring to.
Yes, none of you guys have seen a creature that remotely matches the description.
No.
Interesting.
Oh,
and
that's-
Also the only dragon you've ever heard of does not breathe fire.
Yeah.
and where did you spot this creature?
I mean, well, we've been hanging out in the woods, just south of here for the past week or so. We would have been there, except for we saw quite the commotion stirring over here, and we figured we'd come and check it out. I mean, Hector did say come here in case of emergencies, and well, we were still kind of on the wall about it. We're a three-way tie, and that doesn't work. So we just decided to play it safe and hide out.
Now, who was this Hector individual?
He was, well, one of the greatest war mages ever. I mean, his lightning bolts could blast through fortresses in a single blast.
And you guys don't believe that he's capable of allying himself with aberrational interdimensional horrors, do you? I'm like sort of weirdly smiling right now. And
Spitshine, do you think he'd do that? Spitshine nods.
Bitchine.
Spitshine is the small one. He still has both of his wands out.
because you see, I have an item that allows me to speak with the dead.
Oh,
If their spirits are still around, that is.
well, that would have been, well, maybe useful.
Useful where?
Well, I mean, my companions, I would have liked to say goodbye, but, well, they squish. Yeah.
Oh. Well, so I spoke with a priest, the one that had dwelled in the church down south. Do you know the church I'm speaking of?
I'm sorry, I've never been much of a man of the cloth in any way, shape. Well, I am a man of cloth. I love my robes, but no, I've never been a man of that cut of cloth.
I see. And, well, in any case, he said that it was by Hector's... Was it by Hector's command or something? They had him locked in the chapel.
Oh, yeah. Well, they had gone to the chapel.
They
but
got
then
to the
they
chapel
got
for
locked in.
protection, and then they got locked in. And have you noticed homunculi or body parts being...
Well, I mean, we did see a whole lot of mess on the way in here. Those were homunculi, you say? They were all dead, so we didn't really look at them too much. You don't really want to look too closely at the dead around here, you know?
Yes, well, I believe one of them, or at least they were sewn together with so many bodies, they were all screaming in a cacophony of sound, but one of them said that it was the doing of... Was it the doing of this Hector? Did the captain tell me that was him?
Yeah. Well, that's
Yeah.
concerning. I mean, if one of our own is starting to dabble in necromancy, well, that's normal, but homunculi, maybe a little bit less. Well, no. Actually, that's pretty par for the course for the guild.
The guild?
Well, yes, the Mages Guild. We
So-
three are possibly the last three members, unless Harkle's still around. Then that's four.
And were you guys aware of what the nobles and the
Well, yes,
Druids
of
were up to?
course. We've been working hard to get to the bottom of it for months, except for, it didn't go so great. The Mages Guild is under heavy lock and, vine and guard. I don't know how to describe it. It's buried under trees, and no one can get in, no one can get out. It's quite a mess there, and, after that happened, investigation kind of went south, and then it just kind of mostly turned to escape or try not to die for as long as possible. which we are apparently the grand champions of.
Well, the nobles seem to have given themselves into the darkness.
Yes, they would do that.
They have become these odd squid-like
Fish people?
beings.
Yes, we've seen them.
Hey, not fish people. They're cephalopodical people.
Okay, I will try
I'm
and
a fish
rein in my
person.
racial insensitivities for at least this conversation. But yes, we've seen them. We tried going to the nobles district in the main city proper, and well, you can see them, but you can't get close. They shot poor Will. That was the last point we tried to go near.
Oh.
They went will hunting.
Yep. They were good at will hunting.
Good.
Now, and have you had contact with any of the druids, or they're the ones that attacked the mages
Druids,
guild?
yes, they're the ones that put it under lock and key. You see somebody bury your house in vines and trees and stuff, and what do? Go say, hello, want to have a spot of tea? Can we get into our house, please? No.
Oh no, don't worry. They've been attacking us too.
Oh, good. Killed any of them?
A couple.
Good.
Though some of them have been corrupted by this crystal here too.
Well, I will make a note of not to eat any of the crystals. But, so, you've been dealing with the druids then? In that case, maybe you might be able to help us. You see, my brother, Zach, he is quite ill, as you can see. Actually, he's also quite heavy. I'm gonna go put him down in the corner, if you can. But, if you've been dealing with the druids, then maybe you have something to deal with their tricks.
So, what manner of spell was cast on him?
Spell? No, this is the food. We're starving. He, pulls his robe aside, and he's, mostly skeleton at this point.
Oh.
And,
Aw.
Zach, he found some bread. He said it looked good, and he ate it, and, well, it wasn't so good.
Oh, well, I believe we were able to detect poison on some of the food back in the warehouse district, and there were a number of ones that were all right, but yeah, I can't imagine much food being unspoilt after all these days here. I'm surprised he's lasted this long. How recently did he have that food?
About, 5 hours ago. It's been,
Oh.
yeah. We figured if we were going to have to fight our way through, we'd need our strength, and, he was the one that, decided to bite the bread, so to say.
Hang on 1 second.
Well, it's too bad that one druid spirit flew off. Then I could have asked him about it.
Beep boop. I can cure one disease with lay on hands.
Oh, you have the automaton. He's a heal bot. Well then, please do.
I attempt to moonwalk.
You're gonna maintain this
poorly.
facade when you're using holy magic.
Yep.
So
I attempt to moonwalk, which
you
I
pretty much
assume I
walk
just-
normally over to him. There's something wrong with him. I mean, I'm no Golomancer, but I could at least see if there's something going wrong in there.
I am fused with abilities of funk and lay on hands now. I do.
He takes
Spend 5 HP of lay on hands.
he takes a long sniff. I don't smell any funk, but I'll take your word for it.
It currently seems less like funk and more like a limp.
All right, so you almost immediately, Zach gets up and he's like, I'm healthy. Brother Isaac, I'm healthy. I'm not going to die. I'm still very hungry though. Do you have any food?
If they're brothers, can you give him an orange beard and just a different colored hat?
No, he's polka dotted. He's always been polka dotted.
Aw.
It has nothing to do with his
He is
disease.
orange. He's just half toned
No.
orange.
Oh, you're wondering about my polka dottedness. No, this is a curse.
He's a wallpaper mancer.
Yes. I prefer the term paper artiste, but yes. You notice his beard and his hat are all made out of paper.
Oh, how
Lord.
fast things become canon in this world. Cool.
Well,
Beep boop.
That's
mission
settled then.
accomplished.
So, So what are you doing here then? If, I mean, you're hunting druids, but I'd say you're barking up, the very wrong tree. The tree south of here.
Oh yeah, we're aware of the tree south of here. The druids are actually trying to hold Zagnoth together.
Ha! Funny.
You see, I think the druids and this magenta entity, whatever is creating all these crystals, they're also at odds with each other too. It just so happens that all of these factions decided to attack at the same time. And unfortunately, it's pitting them all against one another when we'd really be better off allying ourselves with as many as possible to thwart their vile plans.
Lady, at this point, the whole phrase, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, that you seem to be going for, that kind of falls out the window after they kill so many people.
Oh no.
Just as
I know.
point of order. He looks very not okay with the idea of allying with any stinking druids. You get that
Well,
impression.
it's a good thing I'm standing behind this corner.
Hey, yeah.
You also don't look like any of the
mean,
druids in the city.
I
Like,
was
you've
gonna
seen
say
some
they're-
of them
They're
now.
probably more concerned with the faction of the druids rather
Yeah.
than the class of
The,
druids.
They're
the
reclaimers.
druids are all wearing green robes, have, like, wooden masks, aren't buck naked and covered in war paint.
I'm beautiful.
Well, actually, we're trying to find one of our friends.
Really? Well...
He was sent through some kind of portal.
Oh, the big one.
No, not that one.
A smaller one?
There's
multiple. Oh, they're breeding. That's bad.
So there's one in the fortress.
Really?
When a mommy portal and a daddy portal really love each other,
They eat Greg.
they spit out portlets.
Well then, in this fortress, you say?
I think it was the one to the north, right?
Oh, well, then why are you here then? This is...
Well, we are here because we had some unfinished business with some guy that... Actually, wait a minute.
You people seem like you have a hard time keeping on track. That's okay.
We do. Part of it is we're all brought together under, well, just, yeah, right. Just chance. And we were washed into the warehouse, well, not the warehouse district, the port district.
Oh,
And
really?
Yep.
So you're new in Zagnoth. I thought we were cut off.
Oh, you are.
Oh. Well, shit.
Well, we don't know what's happened
Oh,
over
you're-
there.
wait, you're
Everyone
having
was
conversation
undead.
now, Bird?
Boop.
But we did find some interesting artifacts. Like crystals of a sort. They serve as seeds for things.
Well, yes. I mean, the crystal mines of Zagnoth, they're famous, especially among wizarding groups. I mean, we held the mines ourselves for, well, ever since Zagnoth became ours. Well, no, even before. I mean, we don't really talk about yeah. Anyway, but yes, I'm full.
You mean the war with the dwarves?
What? Oh, yeah, sure. Shush. Look, they don't know we're still in the city. But then again, they're not in the city anymore, so this is okay.
But he looks like a dwarf.
No, he is tall. He just also has a beard.
And a
You
long
can tell
hood.
because his
Everything-
nose is long, too.
Everyone knows that everything with an orange beard is a dwarf.
Hey,
I said orange beard.
I know.
You also can't hear me. This is
No, this is Skitter.
no. But like,
He has points in fourth wall breaking, and he's listening in. We've established that a long time ago.
they still haven't noticed Skitter, have they?
No, they have not seen Skitter, and they probably never will. Their perception skills are very low.
So right now, Alarin has talked about her friends, but she's standing with one person who they don't think is a person.
Yeah, they have seen you dress. Like you notice that
no.
Spitshine has noticed you, and he's got like his Spitshine has like some interesting wand handling habits.
Are we talking about the two-handed hello?
Yeah. Well, I mean, This is the ambidextrous kind greetings. I don't know. Anyway, but his wands seem to like kind of track people automatically, which is weird.
Oh,
Yes.
neat.
Anyway, so so you're here because you got sidetracked? I've lost it again.
Well, we just kept encountering people that needed our help.
Well, I guess we're part of the problem then. Say, I hate to be a bother, and I mean, you've already done so much, but do you really have any food?
Has she?
Yeah.
I healed disease. Therefore,
Yeah,
yes.
no, I mean, you
right,
pretty
right.
much saved,
Neophyte.
yeah, you saved the Mache-mancer's, life. So, but do you have any food? Like, we haven't really, I mean, I've been eating leaves, which really doesn't sustain, but...
We have some rations.
Oh.
Actually, you don't need rations anymore, Dimytri. If you have any, you can probably...
Dimytri just has a bag full of food.
Checking inventory. Inventory contains I actually haven't been keeping track of my rations in a long time. I have 5. Contains
Searching
5
for
meals.
skew.
Proceeding to offload rations.
So, as you, like, open up the bag and reveal that there's food in there, two like, long, shaky hands, like, bony hands, just, like, scoop it all up, and it just immediately starts devouring everything whole. And before long, you have all three wizards eating out of your hands.
Thank you for shopping at D-Mart.
I please do not
Mitri
be
Mart.
taking food from a bag of infinite rocks. That is not food. That is rocks.
You notice Spitshine is eating the rocks.
Huh?
Would you care for special kind of rock?
Spitshine nods vigorously.
What kind?
He shrugs.
Chalcedony.
Pumice subroutine activate.
He is going through it like potato chips. So, roll a perception check. It's not too hard.
Rolling perception check.
You notice, at the very least, his hands are made out of rocks.
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Which
so-
one was Spitshine? The little
Yeah, the little
skittish-looking
one that
Okay.
that you can't see much. You also notice that he has more than 2 hands.
Whoa.
The wands are still pointed at Dress.
That's cool. Your friend is cool.
Yes, Spitshine. He's well, we call him a rock gnome, but we don't think that's accurate. He's a crack shot with a wand, though.
He's just like the villain from the end of Men in Black. In a robe.
What are you talking about? Oh, yeah!
The multi-armed cockroach creature.
Gross.
Okay. So they eat their fill, which takes surprisingly little time, and more or less they all collapse, kind of exhausted, and they're like, "So, well, I mean, is there anything else you'd like to know? I mean, we're well, extremely indebted to you."
Well, could you tell us precisely what happened from the mage's perspective? Because we've heard...
Well,
A
I
little
mean,
bit
our
about-
perspective's a little bit on the limited side, so we're well, I mean, we may not look like it, but we were miners once upon a time. We were in charge of the mine down below before it all flooded, and we were down there when it happened, but, well, a little bit of water-breathing spells, and you can get out of that real quick. But so, pretty much, in a word, everything fell, and then flooded.
Wait,
and-
how are you wizards, part of the Wizards Guild, and miners?
Well, the Wizards Guild own the mines. We've owned the mines since before the dwarves.
Oh.
Read the subtext, girl.
No, I understand, but I just never took, well, studious, scholarly types to be, digging through the earth. But I suppose if you guys employ the use of the crystals,
Well,
then it would be within your best interest to also source them yourselves.
yeah. we got tired of importing them and buying them, so we just took over. A little bit of grease in the wheels, and I mean, this was centuries, well, millennia before I've ever even been born, but I mean, the history's there.
Now, we've noticed that there have been numerous colors, different types of crystals that we've encountered. There are these ones, which are this magenta color, but we've also encountered green and blue.
Well, I mean, there's an attunement process, but blue is natural, normal, at least as far as we're concerned. I don't know. That's how we mine them up. Green would be, well, that would be the reclaimers doing something with it. It takes a little bit of effort to get a spell crystal to work for a druid most of the time, but it works. And then you said there was a third color?
This right here. I
Oh,
put the
well, see, that's interesting. That's spell crystal, all right. It's the same stuff, a bit unrefined, but as far as I can tell, that blasted portal in the sky is turning everything into spell crystal.
Now, we've noticed that a lot of those people are starting to grow crystals from the inside until there's nothing but flesh on their bones.
That's fucking terrifying.
It is. I mean, we've only ever seen it with, what was it, goblins and humans?
Zach, let me see your guts for a second. Zach just, like, opens up, like, folds. Nope, no crystals there. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, I don't know how the process comes about, but we've noticed that there are these spires. There are some crystals that hum, they resonate as though they will these thralls to do their bidding.
Well, I've never known the crystals to be sentient, but I mean, well, this is a year of firsts for me, so sure.
Well, they seem to be spreading, but we do know that this power is being used by the nobles now transformed into weird squid people at the behest of their
Yeah, kind of figured. So that means they've
Leviathan.
got a base of operations. Have you encountered them yet? Are they well established?
Well, we're trying to get back to that portal because there were a number of we encountered early on this orc ogre by the name of Gorlar.
Gorlar, yeah, I've seen him.
Oh, you're familiar with Gorlar?
We've been hiding in the woods. I've seen him come and go.
He comes and goes from this
Oh,
keep.
is he nearby? Boop.
He gives you a long look, longer than his nose. Well, I mean, he was based out of the arena. I mean, we were in the tunnels below it, so of course we kind of knew he was around and we heard him. I mean, those tunnels went everywhere. We could spy on him. We learned a fair bit about kind of what he was up to.
And what color was he at the time?
I mean, grayish with like a blonde mohawk.
And his
I don't remember
tattoos.
Gorlar
What
looks
color were
like.
they?
You really should.
I mean, his tattoos, well, they're just a bright blue. They always have been.
This was pre Gorlar portaling.
Yeah.
He's like Van Damme crossed
Yeah.
with Mike Tyson.
So, Alarin, you don't know the Gorlar has
Yeah,
changed
she
at all.
doesn't know this.
You've
Oh.
never been told any of this.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, the only person that is aware that Gorlar was visually changed is Dimytri, and apart from saying that he got chucked into a portal, he, as far as I
haven't shared
remember,
that information.
yeah,
Nope,
Dimytri
I
has been
haven't.
tight-lipped.
Okay.
the adorable final moments of Greg where he's like, "I'll try this door. That didn't work. I'll try this door. I didn't. Okay, I'll come back with
Okay.
you. It's fine."
So then I'll just be like, oh, well, yeah, that does sound like Gorlar.
But, yeah, I mean, he stopped going back to the fort after it flooded. It's something about, well, I mean, somebody chopped off his arm, and then it looks like he kind of abandoned the place. I guess he did go back once. It came back with a lot of carts, and then a lot of bodies.
Oh.
Really?
Do you think he was throwing people into the portal?
Well, maybe. I don't know. I mean, you're throwing people into a portal that generally means you're feeding something. Probably.
Feeding.
Well, I mean, if you're taking a long, good look at the portal up there, none of you have.
Nope.
Nah. I mean, we know that the one up in the sky is sucking stuff up.
Come on, let's. I got a spyglass. I've still had one. It's helpful. It's kept us alive, honestly. You should go take a look.
Oh, well, we should probably lower the bridge.
What? No, there's a courtyard up beyond. We were headed that way anyway. There's one of those dimensional anchors.
Oh, neat. Out here?
I like how to this day none of us know how Gorlar lost his arm.
Yep. We still don't.
Yeah, you have no idea.
It's a secret for everybody.
Yeah. So you guys walk out into a courtyard. It's big and it's surprisingly green despite everything. Technically, the far end is kind of goopy looking. I'm just gonna mark off the goopy area. But so the wizards all come out and join, kind of sit on the benches because they're still pretty tired. And it is the orange-haired wizard, who you have not actually learned the name of, hands you, Alarin, a spyglass, and he's like, "Here, take a good look. It's it's freaky."
Okay, I look up in the sky at the swirling mass of...
So you actually kind of recognize what's going on up there.
Uh-oh.
It's the tentacles from earlier,
The ones
but
that I had...
a lot more, and they're all kind of pressed up against the portal. They're not coming through, but they're there and they're kind of swirling.
Oh, no.
It kind of looks like what happens when you push a bunch of people up against a window at once, and it looks like they're stuck.
So,
Ew.
that thing from beyond, it isn't able to enter our realm yet, but I have encountered this being once before.
Well, that's concerning if one of them's through.
Well, it was interesting. So, I was actually sent down into the mines from the slums.
Oh, I guess you guys do know that they are Isaac and Isaac. Anyway.
And I saw all of these water elementals being used to harvest the crystals, the blue crystals at the time. But then I encountered some of those illithid-like beings. And
Keith, we missed the most important session of the game.
It explains why through a lot of this campaign, I'm like, I don't know what they're talking about.
Actually, yeah, now I totally get a lot of things.
Alara never explained it to you guys. You're all weirdly
She never-
tight-lipped.
None of us explain anything to anybody. It's great.
It's funny, I'm the only one that knows what's going on, and if you communicated, you'd have a good idea. But
The only secret I've kept from anyone has been personal.
And I saw all of these tentacles, and they were churning the earth, and
churning in our minds. Well, that's salacious and kind of uncomfortable. He's pulling in his collar.
oh yeah. Also, what was the name of that one dwarf? The guy who was hoarding crystals for himself.
Stubby.
In the mines?
Yeah,
I think I have that.
I think I still have his note, don't I?
You do.
Okay, it was the note being
Walton.
Bolton. Oh yeah, he was trying to filch stuff off of you guys.
He what? Fucking Walton? You have his note? Give me. That means you've been in Walton's room. Did you go through mine?
Go through what?
My room.
I mean, everything was abandoned, so yeah.
Well, I can't fault you there. Let's
Actually,
see.
there were a couple of corpses too. It was pretty
Alarin and
gruesome.
Drez, make wisdom checks, by the way.
Okay.
It'd be great if you were just wearing his robe.
And you're like, no.
Bing.
Okay. So you also remember, I wasn't exactly the most specific about this, but you know that room, that little hideout looking room in the tunnels just beyond the prison cell that Drez had escaped into? That was this guy's hideout.
Wait. Which?
You have robbed this man twice, and he only knows about one now.
Oh.
Are we talking about where I killed the assassin?
Yeah. Yeah, there was that little hideout looking
that was
room.
way back.
Yeah, you guys walking dead at him.
Oh, wait. The tunnels
Yeah.
under Gorlar's fortress. I see.
Yeah, there was some food and some loot there, and it was his.
Yep.
He was down one of the other branches, and I was like, I wonder if they're gonna find the wizards. Nope.
Did I ever get their loot?
You
I
guys,
feel like
there was
I
a
just dealt
treasure.
with the fight.
There was a treasure chest. After you guys,
Oh, yeah.
you guys looted it while you're waiting for the spike growth to go away.
Well, so they were literally behind a wall from the prison.
Yeah. They were there the entire time. Anyway. So now that detail's out of the way, so you don't accidentally just incriminate yourself twice to this dude. And he's like, well,
So we've just been narrowly missing these NPCs for like the last 40 hours.
Yep. I'm trying to tie it back together because I did write them. I figure I might as well use them. Oh, did you have my bag of blast charges then?
Oh yeah, they've been pretty useful.
Well, I mean, finders, keepers and all, but could I possibly get it back?
Let's see. Let me look at my inventory. Da-da-da.
I'm surprised you hadn't drawn them yet.
I was busy. I was just going to use one of my other icons
Well,
at the time.
How many of them did you have at the time in your bag?
I mean, I think I had about 3, maybe?
Okay, I'll give you back 3.
Oh, well then. I mean, my mother gave it to me. She gave him one too, but well, after he turned himself into paper, well, he gave up on the whole blasting thing. It's a little bit too, stiff breezes and whatnot. But
I call them squishy squishies.
that's an oddly endearing name for something that can blow a hole in a man in no time flat.
And has.
That's why we call guns rooty pooty point and shooties.
A gun?
Anyway.
Huh.
You can't just steal everything, Bird.
Shut up. You're stealing my joke that I've been saying it to you for like a week. Anyway.
But yeah, they've been incredibly useful for getting places.
Awesome, thank you. I can, it was my mom's, and, well, she gave it to us when we graduated, Wizard College, and then went back to Wizard College. You don't really leave Wizard College. Anyway, so now that you've seen that, and, well, we're fed, we still have our mission here of sorts, but I'd say...
What mission is that, if you don't mind I asking?
Well, we're looking for Hector. I mean, he contacted us about a week ago. Really anybody in the city, saying that any mages still living in the city should head here, and that he'll offer them some safety, and well, we can get the band back together, sort of.
Could you actually look at these body parts that are stored away upstairs with me?
Well, sure, why not?
I just want you to see if you recognize any
Okay,
of
we're not
them.
gonna drag the icons. So you get up there, and he looks at the body parts. So you want me to identify body parts? I mean, this is a whole lot of arms. They're very well preserved.
Well, I'm just wanting you to see if there's, like, any tattoos or marks. Like, are any of these wizards?
No, they're way too brawny for wizards. I mean, look at this. He, like, flexes one of the arms, and it's, like, all burly. Hairy enough, but definitely way too much musculature.
Because you see,
Flexing the corpse arm.
we've been through this place up and
God.
down, and we haven't encountered any wizards but the one that backstabbed us. Drez?
That was a vocal tone.
Beep boop, retrieving Drez.
No.
I pick up Drez.
Drez,
Don't make me strength check.
you were the only
Is
one
this how
to
I
see that
walk now?
double-crossing wizard who
Strength.
wasn't a wizard.
I pick up Drez.
Who is the... Wait.
So when
Double-crossing wizard who's not a wizard.
so when
The guy that lightning bolted you and killed you
yes.
back during
Oh.
that episode.
Yeah, that just wasn't a wizard.
No, that was a wizard.
Or was he?
He was a wizard.
Yeah, he was like weird Cthulhu wizard.
He was just an asshole.
Well, he wasn't actually
Yes.
a Cthulhu wizard.
Here,
Wander
I'll,
just
I'll
didn't-
pull
He was-
I'll pull the icon out so you can remember
In any
him
case,
better.
I think we should go to the top of the tower.
He was an asshole, man, sir.
Okay, it was this guy.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was the different. Yeah,
Nope.
okay.
At the time, he was a Cthulhu
No,
face.
well, yeah, when you got lightning bolted, but then when the second season started and you got to be a dragon, I had the actual art for him. Anyway,
Gotcha.
Time for me to start my oath of vengeance.
Yeah, Drez. So what happened was when we came through the tunnels and emerged up in this structure, we encountered some sort of spectral form, and it told us that he was locked up in the keep and that he was trapped there by all of the soldiers and needed our help. Except then Drez found him. Except it wasn't really him, was it?
Is this true? Can you tell me in detail? I might recognize him, maybe. I mean, she says...
Everything that I meet tries to kill me.
I mean, I haven't tried to kill you yet.
Yet.
Spitshine might want to, but, I mean, he wants to kill everything, so let's ignore that for now.
Yep.
Well, is there an easy way to get to the top of this tower? That's where Drez had his fight with this being.
As you say that, part of the second, the floor above you guys kind of just, like, lifts off with, like, a horrible cracking noise.
No!
And, like, floats off into the sky.
Was that where he was?
No.
Okay.
But you can't
We
see...
can advent children in it and just jump from stupid rock to stupid rock on the way
You
up.
do, as you kind of joke about that, you do notice the gravity is kind of fucky around here. Like, you might be able to, get some serious mileage with those warp Jordans of yours.
That sounds like a terrible idea. The margin for error of that experiment is deadly.
Considering your only use of them so far has been to send yourself hurtling into a ceiling.
That wasn't even a use of them. That's not the. I didn't do that. It just happened. First thing I enchanted is being used to troll me.
Oh,
I mean, you could use it if you tried it intentionally, but I just troll you because it's the only way you'll ever remember it. Anyway.
There's nothing to jump towards, and last time I went on my own platforming, I died. Like, plot died.
But yeah, so when you wriggle from Dimytri's grasp, you kind of, like, float down. Instead of fall. Which is why I bring it up. Anyway.
Oh my god, the dwarves are right. You can fall into the sky.
Womp womp.
We should go back inside.
Let's see. But, so you're not going to tell Isaac about the wizard that lightning bolted you?
I can't describe him because I don't know what he looks like.
Well, you remember the icon of the thing that did fight you, right?
When he was he wait,
Do I have to?
didn't I kill that thing?
Yeah.
Here, I'll pull him back out.
Shouldn't the lich be dead because of the everything being fucked?
Yes.
episode.
But you might as well describe him.
You weren't there for it. I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to. You're just being directly questioned about this, and I'm like, so are you ignoring him, or should we just move on and have?
Oh, my stance on dragon memory is that it's pretty fucked.
Oh, fair enough. Okay. So you do not remember the wizard you fought.
I don't remember stuff generally very well. My recalling to Alarin and Dimytri about what happened was more or less accurate.
Okay, I thought at the time you were actually being just coy.
Well, he did blow up a crystal up there, too.
Well, how big was this crystal?
What, maybe about as tall as this?
Well, there's your problem. Blow something up that big, that's probably where the portal came from.
Huh.
Well, it shouldn't make me angry.
You blew up the crystal. That thing was a priceless artifact!
Had it always been here?
Well, no, it was at the Mages Guild for safekeeping, last I knew. But,
Do I look like someone who cares about money?
no,
Wait,
you're right.
Would Hector have had the authority to take this crystal from you?
I mean, in emergencies, he was a ranking member of the Mages Guild, even if he was also a ranking member of the military. That gave him special privileges. Though I can't imagine he'd take the conduit with him. But I mean, how big the crystal really was that big? Well, oh,
But it was magenta, right?
Yes, it was evil, beep boop.
Was the crystal magenta when it left your
no,
safekeeping?
never. No, we kept that thing pure. It was it kept the lights on in the city.
Well, it must have gotten tainted by whomever was using it as their phylactery.
A lich was using it as that's.
I don't think you know there was a lich.
Did you say it was a lich?
Yeah,
I thought you said it was a lich.
Shell, you are metagaming so hard here.
Yeah.
Sorry.
This is why I
I
wanted
don't know if
Drez
I
to
even
do it.
necessarily. I don't think I knew it was a lich.
Nope.
Well, wasn't he
I didn't-
weird and
I wasn't-
floaty and ghosty?
But you don't know that.
What is that? Oh, great. So, like, my favorite party member we have is a lich. Great. Yeah, this party is a fish person, kobold, a lizard man, and a
I'm gonna lie down
lich.
now.
That's our party.
This is.
This is getting confusing. Look, we're looking for Hector. If we find him along the way, that's fine. But, well, I mean, we owe you our lives, except for maybe Spitshine. But whatever, he'll come along. If you, I mean, do you need us for something? Do you know where you're going? Because, I
We
mean,
need to go back to the smaller portal.
oh, okay. Well, I guess we will have to lower the drawbridge then.
But also, what's beneath this fortress aside from the mines?
Below here? Well, there'd be the barracks, I think. I've never been here. I mean, the war mages would come and go, and I've been as far as this dimensional anchor. I mean, we're supposed to check it for any anomalies every week or two, and I've done it once or twice, but all I know is that generally they kept personnel down there and supplies. Why?
'Cause there's a hole in the bottom of the fortress.
Well, I mean, there's a hole in the top of the fortress, too. The city's falling apart, so...
That too.
Okay, so are you heading over to the closed drawbridge?
Well,
I guess so.
Okay. So you head over to the closed drawbridge, and are you gonna try and, like, go upstairs to, like, flip the lever?
I also...
Or are you just gonna stare at it?
Well,
'Cause
we
I don't
have to
know
go
if I should-
upstairs and flip the lever, but we...
I think we should go upstairs and
Okay.
play lever games.
So you get upstairs to the lever that you guys were at. Now, you rolled a pretty high strength check on that one, right?
I
Did he
did.
break it?
Because you broke it.
I did 13 and 21.
Yeah, the 21 was it. You broke it. When you try and slide it...
Different
Womp.
lever.
No, that was the top lever. It was the 21,
Oh.
because the 13 was you trying to pull it out, and then the 21 was you
you're
trying
right.
to bring it the other way. So yeah,
Yes.
when you did that, you more or less, you didn't snap it, you broke the mechanism below, because you were going full Dimytri on that one. So
Okay.
the gate is stuck up.
Yeah, didn't you even do the roll while specifically saying you were trying to break it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh.
you succeeded.
Well,
Well, then, can we go down into
Merry Christmas.
the area
We're
where
all gonna
we
die.
dropped Stefano, whatever his name is?
Okay. Yeah, that's the pit right above. I'm not going to switch scenes just so you guys can walk through the staircase. I'll move the NPCs if necessary.
I'm here.
Okay, so I'm just going to move Isaac along. The other ones can come if it's relevant. Well, this is... that goes down a
I
long way.
drop one of my bags of infinite rock.
Okay, there is a...
Oh, wait, I mean, I drop one of my rocks from the infinite
Your bag, the whole bag. Well, I mean, if you upended it properly, it might come back eventually. But so you drop one of the mini bags from your rock of infinite bags, and there's a very distant plop noise. Make perception checks.
Damn. How can it be so distant?
Okay. So, for starters, for one, it was not a bag that fell, it was a rock. And it did not make a plop. It hit something hard. And you see something moving down there. It's kind of like one big shadow moving against another larger shadow.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, that's, I mean, I'm not gonna
That's
lie.
unnerving.
That's disconcerting.
Okay.
We
gonna-
we dropped a jackass down there earlier.
Wow.
Maybe they're still alive.
Maybe. What do you-
Dimitri, can you tear off
What?
one of these table legs?
Okay. I go over and
I mean, there's a stool right next to you.
Crow.
Or that.
Oh no!
Wow. What do you tear off your arm?
Um,
Interesting roles we have here.
The table tears off your arm.
No.
Does
I
it
need
really?
those.
Yeah.
let's get one of those mending potions
Dimitri,
on
you've
you.
been disarmed by a table. Actually, in reality, you've taken quite a beating at this point, and your body is kind of falling apart. Which actually segues into the other thing that happens, which is Vivi calls you.
Oh,
Oh.
Phoebe.
Hang on, we need to take important phone call.
Well,
Magic call.
I'll just be right here then. Okay, so the sending stone is kind of like blinking weakly, and you kind of hear.
Phoebe? The reception isn't really good here. Maybe we should go out into the
To the
Hang on,
courtyard.
I've got call waiting.
outside.
He follows you. So as you get closer,
As you,
Can you hear me?
I like that to get better reception. You ran in a giant loop around the entire castle, up and down multiple staircases.
Yep.
So as you get closer to the black
Obelisk
thing, VV becomes much more clear. Alarin, are you there?
Yes, I am. We ran into a number of wizards.
Well, that's good news. I thought they were all dead.
They were almost dead. They were
Well-
pretty well starved, and one of them was diseased, but we were able to fix that.
Okay. That's good news. On that topic, it's about time you send Dimytri back to me.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I didn't design his body out of my workshop with longevity in mind. I've got the replacement ready and waiting.
Okay.
Oh.
Is there... Oh, wow. All right. Should we just send him along and wait for his return?
That would be preferable. It won't take too long, I think.
Okay, bring out the black rod and I press the right button for him.
Okay, so Dimytri, you wink out of existence and then wink back in the astral sanctum. Do we care to see it, or I don't have anything visually new for this? Okay.
Okay.
So she is more or less just going to switch you to a similar, more metallic body. Yeah. So you have the effect of having full plate armor. It's full metal. You don't have to worry about burning anymore.
He got an
which you managed
upgrade.
to avoid. And you look a little bit more durable than last time. And there's some other features.
Okay.
And
do I get more hit points?
you
What's the numerics?
so she's like, well, I don't have the supplies for too much. Really just the full plate armor is integrated.
Okay, gotcha.
That's the thing, but well, I mean, if you use those upgrade orbs, you can definitely get your numerics up if that's what you're looking for.
Also, Vivi,
Yes?
about the portal that's swirling up in the sky.
Yes,
There's a tentacled monster pressing itself against it.
that's bad, yeah.
Don't kink
So
shame.
how do we stop it?
Well, I mean, if there's a portal there, that means somebody opened it intentionally. I'd find them and beat the shit out of them until they tell you how to close it.
All right. That sounds like a plan. And what if they're dead?
Well, I'm making a bomb, but let's keep that for backups.
Oh, okay.
So,
Now, there were smaller portals similar to it. Should we try looking at those to see if there's a connection or...
maybe if you want. I mean, I really am mostly just busy working on things back here. I don't have a whole lot of knowledge over eldritch portals or anything like that, but
Okay, well, they seem to be thriving off of some kind of necromancy.
that's, well, yeah, necromancers do like to use dead people as batteries or souls as batteries, so that's not that uncommon.
Oh, right, it was sucking up people's souls.
Didn't
Oh,
she
wait,
use Dimitri's soul to be a battery for the automatons?
Dimytri X returns.
Yes. So Dimytri X returns with a bag of 6 upgrade orbs as well.
Ooh,
She gave you some goodies.
very nice. I will make note of this in my log of things.
I wonder what happens if someone swallows them.
None of you have tried.
Gross.
Oh, that would be bad.
Dimytri X has returned. I using my new fancy schmancy armor, I give one more tooth of robot.
Also,
Wow, you are getting good at that. All right, you do not have to. You can now take. You can automatically succeed at robot checks, except for when under duress. That said,
Fair point.
And you change your name to Dimytri X.
Yep.
did he?
Yep.
He did.
The
Okay.
ability check has X in it.
God damn it.
All right. I take Damien out. Damien,
Yes.
if you were to try to stop a giant portal from sucking all known existence into its disgusting maw, what would you do?
The bomb sounds pretty good.
Well, without using excessive force.
Do we upgrade him?
No,
I mean-
you have never upgraded Dimytri.
Damien, you mean?
You mean Damien? We could.
Stick your
we
finger
discussed
at
Let's
it.
try to
things
upgrade him.
upgrades.
Let's put an orb on him.
You want to try it?
Why? We have actual things we could put them in.
I stick it on his pursed lips. Here, Damien, you need to eat this.
Okay, so the purse lips kind
Oh
of
my God, we're
open,
using one. There
and
it
he
goes.
just kind of eats it.
Wow.
Nougaty.
He kind of like lingers on
Upgrady.
the ooh a little bit. It's like nougat.
What did we do to him?
And the lips kind of move some more and kind of like like when you're like feeling around the inside of your mouth with your tongue.
Yeah.
It's kind of doing that. And after a while, it's like fancy, and that's it.
Oh my god, he's the worst.
Yeah, so...
Joke's on us when we find out that we taught him wild magic.
Okay. Sorry guys. We found him a long time ago. And... don't know
Please take
quite
him.
what to do with him.
Is that the magical amulet of semi-useful advice? I thought we threw that away a
no.
long time ago.
It's the magical amulet of useless advice.
No. Yeah, I mean it's +1 now. It's semi-useful advice.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I've been
I could see
imagining
why
him-
you threw this thing out.
I've been
Is there any
imagining him as a
history that you
talking
could
book
tell us
for,
about
the
this
last 3
amulet?
months.
Well,
Like,
I
where
mean,
did it come from?
It's a mage had it with him for the longest time. He talked to it. He practically loved the thing. But then one day he stepped off a cliff and died. And well, when we came back for his personal effects and we gave it to his daughter, she gave it back to us and said, "Never ever speak of that thing again."
What did
you're
what
saying
did
he was
you
a good
what did
listener.
you say to her, Damien?
Her? Oh, right. I told her that her dad was a mean person that lied and cheat and stole so many things.
Oh, what did he steal?
Well, people, drugs, people carrying drugs.
Really peaked at the beginning of the list.
Wait, is this true, Mr. Mage? Was this guy?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, he was always a bit of a shifty wizard. He could have been into, well, the darker side of society.
Interesting.
I take one of the upgrade orbs, look at it, and kind of touch my breastplate armor with
Okay,
it.
you now have +1 breastplate. I mean, really,
Oh.
your full armor class goes up by 1.
Yep.
Na 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 na.
Because I like round numbers, I'm going to use 2 more.
Okay, you are now +2. You are now a +2 to
Son of a
Dimytri.
bitch.
Technically, you also get a +2 on like punching people.
Oh, okay. Nice.
All right.
Very nice.
And
Well-
like hip checks. You're good at hip checking now.
Well, our benefactor, Vivi, she's...
Vivi.
Yeah.
Oh, She's alive then.
Well, I quite frankly,
She's the mean dimension lady that keeps teleporting me towards danger.
Yep. That she does. Visions of grandeur, saving the world and all that. We stopped listening to her a while ago. It was for the best.
I hand the 2 upgrade
But she was
orbs,
right, wasn't
to
she?
Alarin.
Well, I don't like to dwell on the past or the future that much. I'm more of a now kind of guy. She was still creepy.
yeah. Well,
I really feel like we're all going to float into the sky if we stay here.
well,
It's a real fear, and it's growing.
we need to find whoever created that portal in the first place. And if you said it was the destruction of a giant crystal that did it, don't we need to get to the top of the tower?
Where are you going?
Where are you going? Well, there's a bunch of doors in this area.
Oh,
And we've been everywhere
Sorry.
over there.
Yeah.
I didn't realize there were all these doors. Cool.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
there's a passage to the north and the south. So as you head that way, the wizard's like, well, I mean, if you're looking for, I hate to be presumptuous, but if you're looking for the wizarding side of things, the war mage quarters are on the north side.
Oh, all right.
I mean, we can go south if you want,
Therese.
but that's where the barracks is.
Therese, I have something for you.
Is it a heavy weight to hold me to the ground?
All right. Had you been giving
hand
out
you-
orbs? Yeah.
I hand you the 2 upgrade orbs that I have left over.
What are these?
Put them on something nice.
Have I ever used an upgrade order besides the warp one?
Nope.
Didn't you upgrade your bracers? You did.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think I did once. Oh my god, that was so long ago. I've used one upgrade orb.
Yep, you have. Oops, wrong person.
Jesus.
Now you have 2 to do whatever you want with.
So is this where he would have stayed? This Hector?
Aye, well, yes, sorry. He would be, so the regular war mage quarters were on the northwestern side, and, well, Hector in his lab, he'd be over on the right, except for there was the tower, but, that was more of a kind of, a place for long-range magics to be cast, not so much, study or anything.
Oh, isn't that where the crystal had been?
Well, no, maybe? I don't know, the crystal was back in the Mages Guild last I knew. You're the first person to tell me it's missing.
Is there gloom and
But you
doom
said
while
that
things
the
go
mages-
boom in Hector's lab?
You said that the Mages District was being overrun?
Overrun? No, it's buried.
Oh, so that was what was buried by the Druids. It was the Nobles District that was... You were unable to get close without being blasted at.
Yes, they have. I mean, that seems to be where everybody that's kept their mind is gone, but they've also gone completely batshit evil.
All right, well, let's go in.
And so, with new companions in tow, the party heads off into the depths of of Fort Zagnoth. But what will they find there? Will they find more answers, or will they find something else and entirely more sinister? We'll find out next time on Dungeons & Dragons: Grave of Man.